Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to your Saturday morning, also through Heathen Norse Pagan prayer service. My name is Reverend Ben Kowalski-Greg. I'm a Gothi with the Troth, and this whole event is sponsored by the Troth. Welcome. Welcome to people returning. Welcome to newcomers. Welcome all. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. Gang, good to see you. Hope everyone had a good week. Good to see you all again. Hello, Soltic. Welcome. Now, for those who don't know, and those who haven't been here before, we do this in a very particular way. So we start with education. So we're going to talk about this over here, this threefold method, where it comes from. Just one method of prayer that I developed over the last 20 years. We're just going to go through how to do it, where it comes from, and then next part is we're actually going to do it together. We're actually going to do a Norse pagan prayer together. So if you've never done one before or never seen one done before, you're about to. If you want to do this at home, you certainly can. I'm not going to be judging your form or anything like that. You can play along with whatever part you like. If you want to modify, adapt, and adopt as you see fit, you may of course do so. I'm not going to be offended. I'm not even going to know, unless you tell me in the chat, of course, that you changed something, but I won't be offended, I promise. Even if you tell me that you changed something, this is just one method among many. You are able to mix, match, modify as you see fit. Ah, the Duchess is here. We have almost the full royal family. We got King and Duchess. We just need Queen to show up. Then we've got the full royal family. All right. The third thing we're going to do is we're going to go into a Q&A. So if you have questions about Asatru, heathenry, Norse paganism, Gothi, I should be able to answer that. If you have questions about the Troth, the organization that puts this on, I have the honor of serving as president of that organization, so I should be able to answer questions about that too. Okay. With that, the Queen is asleep with the baby. Perfect. Totally okay. Much deserved. So, let's begin with education. So, if you have not done Norse pagan prayer before, if this is your first time, I'm going to try and answer a lot of beginner questions as we go along. So one of the first beginner questions that I get for Norse pagan prayer is, which way am I supposed to look? Which way am I supposed to face? Is there a specific way that I'm supposed to do it? If you have an altar already, if you have a shrine already, you can just face that shrine. So you can see the shrine on the camera there. I'm facing that because I have one. If you don't have a shrine or an altar or something like that, you can, of course, you don't, of course, have to go buy one, though we can go by different directions. So first direction is east. East is the one that I recommend for when the sun is coming up. So if the sun is rising, face east. North is the second direction, and that's if the sun is setting or the sun has set. This is purely something that I made up myself based on the fact that east and north are both mentioned as directions in different parts of heathen lore for different reasons. So as directions people faced when they were praying or saying some kind of praise, I've simply combined the two and then used a little bit of logic in my mind to work out how you could have both. So east if sun rising, north if sun setting, or if it's nighttime where you are. I know that this is broadcast worldwide, so wherever you are in this world, it could be 6 a.m. here. It's probably like 6 p.m. over in like Australia or something like that. So whether the sun is rising like it is for me or setting like it is in Australia, here we are. East or north. Next. The next thing that we do in prayer, after figuring out which way we're going to face, is we want to bless the space we're going into, because the spaces that we occupy, be real, are not holy spaces all the time. Most of us don't have access to a pristine sacred grove. Right? We can't go out into the woods each day on our acres and acres of pristine woodland property and go out into the woodlands and find our sacred grove that is perfectly immaculate, go out to that and then pray there each and every morning. I know I've seen videos of people doing that. Some of it I think AI generated of people going out to their pristine, perfect grove with a little waterfall and stuff like that. That's all very nice and good, but most of us live here in cities, in apartments, in dormitories. So we want to make sure that our space is blessed and sacred for us to be in without us having to buy a whole bunch of pristine woodland property and convert some of it into a pristine shrine. So what do we do with that? Well, first thing that most people have done, or most pagans I've seen, or heathens from the old school, used to do it with a hammerite, which is: hammer in the north, hail and hallow this holy stead. Hammer in the east, hail and hallow this holy stead. Hammer in the south, do the same thing. Hammer in the west, do that too. Hammer above, hammer below, hammer within. That's the old school way that people used to do it. And you'll still see it to this day. You'll still people doing this particular method of blessing space. Perfectly okay. When I see it though, I am going to think that that person's more old school. So that's just that. I don't personally do it myself. It's a little bit too high magic for me. And there's a reason for that, because it comes to us from Wicca, which is a high magic, which has high magic in it. So it's okay. It's totally okay. I'm just saying it's not for me. The next thing that I've seen people do, and I do this as well when I actually have the space and the time, is fire. They use fire. So like they'll build a bonfire, take a torch or candle or something, and they'll walk around the perimeter of the space, chanting or singing or saying some kind of prayer at each point to do a blessing of the space. This is also great. People have just adopted to using candles or incense in their own homes, which is perfectly great for your own home. Unfortunately for me, I have quite a few asthmatics in my house. So if I don't want to upset them and put them in a coughing fit, incense and candles are kind of out of the question. So what do? Well, I take a tip from our friends from the East. I use a bell, or I use a singing bowl, or I just clap my hands. So ring or ding or clap. That's how I cleanse a space. I do that 3 times, and that is the space blessing. Now the space is blessed. Now I'm going to bow once towards the altar or whichever direction that I'm facing, and then I'll come to kneeling. So now I am kneeling, and I bless myself. I bless the space. Now it's time to bless myself. I do that quickly by touching my hand to my forehead. I say, bless my thoughts. Touch my hand to my throat. I say, bless my words. I extend my hands in front of me, and I say, bless my deeds. And then is when we begin the prayer in earnest. So, I'm saying so an awful lot in this. That's my Northeasterner coming out. When we begin our prayer, what do we say? Wish I could tell you that I have some kind of Lord's Prayer or something just handed down to us, carved in runes on a cave. that I could just say to you that we've repeated for generations. No, we don't have that. But what we do have surviving from that era, from the Viking Age, from the Iron Age, is poetry. Quite a bit of poetry, actually. It was written down in the early medieval period. But some of that poetry, scholars say, dates back to pre-Christian conversion times. So, with some of that poetry, we are able to pull out some of those verses and use them as prayers. The most common one is the Sigdrifamal, verses 2 and 3, which I use, and you probably already know. It starts, Hail Day, Hail Sons of Day. That's the first verse. The second verse starts with, Hail the gods, hail the goddesses. If you already know it, great. If you don't, you don't need to. I will have it up on the screen so you can, so you can sing along when you're ready. Okay? Great. And don't worry, I'm not going to make you sing. And even if you sing, no one's going to judge you because I can't hear you and no one else can. So if you want to sing it, that's good. No one's going to judge you. Okay. After doing the opening 2 verses, I then like to do a free verse. And this is where, chat, if you are ready, if you have prayer requests this morning, that's where if you have a god or goddess that you'd like to have a verse for in our prayers today, please go ahead and put them in the chat. If they are a very well-known god or goddess, Odin, Thor, Freya, don't worry. I will probably know those. But if it's a more obscure goddess or god that very few people know about, please do put in the chat why it is you'd like me to speak a verse for them, or if you already have a verse that you'd like to speak, I will do my very best to give a verse for it. But please, if you want to play Stump the Goathy, you will win. you will win. You will stump me, and the verse won't be very good, and you might not be happy with it. Again, if you're asking me to come up with something on the spot, my freestyle skills are not that great, but if you already have something prepared, love it. All right. So while you guys put that in the chat, I'll just keep going. So after each verse and after each free verse, I will prostrate. That's basically full face down, hands down in front of the altar. So full face down, hands down, back up again. Next verse, face down, hands down, back up again. Verse, prostrate, verse, prostrate, verse, prostrate. That's how the dance goes there. So verse, prostrate, come back up, and then we do our meditation and reflection. What is our meditation and reflection going to be on? Our meditation and reflection is going to be on the divine encounter. So it's the prayer being the encounter between us, the gods, us and the divine. We want to then take that moment of encounter, that moment with the gods, and then take that into our everyday life by thinking good thoughts, seeking wisdom, speaking kindly and truthfully towards others, and by doing good and healing deeds. So that's what we want to bring out with the encounter with the divine, and then bringing that out with us by seeking wisdom, speaking kindly and truthfully towards others, and by doing good and healing deeds. Leave. Okay. After doing that meditation, which is going to be about 1 to 2 minutes with plenty of ambiance, after that moment, I'll then stand, I'll bow twice more, then we'll get on with our day. Usually this takes about 5 minutes if you're going really quick. Sometimes if you have a lot of verses you want to speak, a lot of free verses, it can take longer. But it all depends on what you want to do. You can even you could extend the meditation reflection if you want to as well. Again, this is an incredibly flexible format. Let's see. Who do we have here today? Oh, hello, Polly Bunny. Whoever deals with wealth. And on Bill. Oh, King, I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, Njord. Njord for you. I'd also say Freya Ingvi as well. Frigga, of course. Odin, of course. Here. And Bragi. Whoa, man, you are a combo plate today, Duchess. Cheer. Great. Are you guys Scandinavian? Do I sound Scandinavian? Does my accent give it away? No. No, I'm not from Scandinavia. Personally. My great-grandfather was, and my great-grandmother were Scandinavian, but myself, sadly, for my healthcare costs, I am not Scandinavian. One per bow. Oh yes, I do have Balder in there already. All right. That looks like what we have for our prayers today. Oh, and Freya, thank you. Since the queen is not present, we'll get one for her too. Okay, folks. Those seem to be our prayers. Lock it in. Let's go ahead and begin the prayer service. Oh, wifey, you just made it. All right, we're going to start the prayer now. All right, the instructions for what to do will be on the screen. Follow along at home if you want to. If you don't, perfectly fine. You want to modify as you see fit, if either for accessibility reasons or whatever it is you need to do, or don't feel comfortable doing something, feel free to skip it. Apologies in advance for the dad shorts that I'm wearing today when I stand up. Sorry, it's hot here. Bless my thoughts, bless my words, bless my deeds. Hail day, hail sons of day, hail night and her daughter. Look upon us with kind eyes, as we who are patient find peace. Hail the gods, hail the goddesses, hail the ever-giving earth. Bless us with wisdom, kind words, and healing hands, lifelong. Hail Njord. Hail to you, Luck Father. Hail to you, Father of good fortune. Njord. May peace and plenty over the world. May all those who need find what they need. May your luck and your good fortune smile upon us all. Hail Frigga. Hail to the beloved mother. Hail to she, the comforter of those who grieve. Frigga, bless us. Increase our love and affection for one another, so that we may know peace in our homes, in our lives, in this world. Frigga, comfort us, bless us. May we know peace. Hail Odin. Hail to the Lord of Wisdom. Hail to the far wanderer. Odin, may you guide us on our path to wisdom, guide us to truth, make us courageous to face that truth, guide our words to speak that truth, guide us to true wisdom. Hail Air. Hail to the healing maiden. Hail to she, the best and most perfect of physicians. Air, guide the hands and minds of our doctors, our nurses, our surgeons, our rheumatologists. Guide them to help them heal us, bring us back to health, restore us to wholeness. Hail Bragi. Hail to the great Skald. Hail to he of the rune-cut tongue. Bragi, may you inspire our words. May our words ring not only with beauty but with truth. May we communicate that truth beautifully towards others. May we feel inspired. May the words that we speak bring truth and wisdom to all. Hail Tyr. Hail to the righteous Lord. Hail to the Lord of courage. Dear Father of victory, guide us in the right, guide us on the true path to justice and truth. Build our courage to face that truth and do what is right. Not only when it requires us to do the action, but when us to do what is right, but also when what is right is done to us. May we accept this with courage. May we always pursue what is right. Hail Balder. Hail to the bright god. Hail to he, the guide of the lost and the dead. Balder, may your shining light guide those of us who are passing. May that light be a comfort to them as they leave this world into the next. May you guide them. And may you comfort those of us who remain, knowing their loved ones are guided and taken care of by you in your compassion and your graciousness. Hail Freya. Hail to the Bright One. Hail to our source of joy. Freya, may your bright light shine upon all of us, glinting, rising gamen. May it bring joy to all of our hearts, and may we spread that joy to others. May we, our lives, be a joy, source of happiness, all others, as you are a source of happiness and joy for us. Thank you, everyone, for the prayer requests. Now, begin our meditation and reflection. What we're going to meditate on, my encounter. Once again, this is our encounter with the gods, this prayer moment. I want us to think about how we are going to take this moment out in the world by seeking wisdom, by speaking kindly and truthfully towards others, and by doing good, healing deeds. So let's think on that about the next 1 to 2 minutes. I'll let you know when it's up. right, thank you guys very much for participating in that. Now I'm going to rise, bow twice more, and then we'll get to our Q&A. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for coming to this morning's prayer service. This was your first time doing a Norse Pagan prayer. Congratulations. You've now done your first Norse Pagan prayer, or at least one version of it. Thank you, Duchess. For that lovely prayer at the end there. Oh, hello, wifey. Ravens. Welcome. Now, this is our Q&A portion, so if anyone has any questions about Asatru, heathenry, Norse paganism, on the prayer that you just went through with me, or on the Troth, the organization that puts this on, I am more than happy to answer. Hey! Well, hello to our friends at the Great Heathen Gathering at Frigsmoot. Hello to Asatru UK. You see Phil there, say hi. If you see Sif there, say hi. Ben says hi. Hello, Polly Bunny. Good morning. Yeah, if you say Ben KG says hi, I know Sif will know what you're talking. Phil, I've met a few times. Phil used to be on our high read, actually used to be on the high read of the Troth. Now I believe he's in the leadership of Asatru UK. So good on him. I met him a few times online. I think we've been in a few different online discussions together. Oh, Duchess has a question. Is there a Havamal stanza of the day? Like there are numerous Bible apps like that. My friend shares scripture with me every day, and I'm thinking I'd love nothing more than this for my faith. Yes. There are people who do kind of a daily Havamal, or I wouldn't want to. I know that heathens tend to focus very much on the Havamal, like pretty narrowly focus on the Havamal, but there are numerous poems out there with lots of different good things in them. So I wouldn't necessarily just want a daily Havamal. I would want something from all the poems if we can get them. I think we tend to be extremely Havamal centric. I think heathens tend to be very Havamal centric. I personally don't put that much emphasis on the Havamal, but yeah, a daily, there's no, I'm not aware of any such app or 365 different verses or something like that, because I think the Havamal has only like 100 and something verses in it, and not all of them are are things that I'd want in verse of the day, right? This is why I'm not very Havamal centric. Yeah, it is tough. I mean, I could, if you like, I can incorporate some kind of verse of the day, verse of the service each week, verse of the week, if you like. I feel like most people have gotten the education part already, so I might no longer need to go through the thing at the beginning. So we could do more of a, I hate to say sermon or homily at the beginning, as opposed to going through each step of the process. since I know most of you guys have done this a couple times already. So possible that in the future we could do that. Totally up to me, I guess. Did anyone have any other questions about Asatru, heathenry, Norse paganism, or the Troth? Totally okay if you don't. I know it's early morning for most of us. Except for those of you who are partying at the Great Heathen Gathering. Yeah, I think, again, I do think people tend to be very Havamal centric, and there's stuff in the Havamal that is part of the reason I am not Havamal centric, is because of some of the verses in there are not things that I would want to give out as verse of the day or as advice, especially the stuff about women. I would not want to, put that out there. Like something about, I wouldn't want the verse of the day to have to be me explaining why it's cool that Odin thinks that you should never trust the word of a woman. You know what I mean? My verse of the day. Three things you should never trust, right? The word of a woman. It's like, oh boy. I'm not, no. I'm not gonna be sitting here for like half an hour trying to justify that. Yeah, yikes. And then there's also stuff about, seducing women and using spells to overcome their will, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be doing verse of the day with that. I'm not gonna be spreading spells, or telling people to make up spells to overcome anybody's consent, right? That's how you get the movie Obsession, right? That's how Obsession happens. That's how you get Freaky Nicky, okay? I don't know if anyone else has seen that movie. Great film, real fun, real scary. So yeah, don't use magic spells to overcome people's autonomy. That's the lesson I took. All right, folks. Looks like we are at time. So thank you all very, very much for coming to this Norse Pagan, also through Heathen prayer service. Once again, we are here every single Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Central and every single Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. Central. We are here. We are doing these prayers every single Saturday. And if you want to join us for any of those services, hey, feel free. I'll be here either way. So, oh, great. Yeah, you'll love it, I think. Or you'll hate it. Or you'll be so scared. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for... I was talking about the movie Obsession, not the service. If you guys can't see the comment that being made. All right. Have a great day. And if I don't see you again this evening, have a